Today in The Sims 4, we're building a multi-unit retirement home in San Sequoia using the For Rent expansion pack. Here we are in the lovely world of San Sequoia. This is the world that comes with the Growing Together expansion pack, and as you can see, we're going to be building in this kind of downtown area. I thought this lot would be perfect because there's a lot of really pretty landscaping and a lot of areas where you can go on a nice walk. And also, who wouldn't want to retire on a waterfront property like this, right? And the idea for today came from subscriber Luna Fiora, and they said, "I would love to see a senior housing for all my elders to go live their best life so my future generations can visit them. Elders need happiness and fun too. Any location is fine." Oh my gosh, this comment got 465 likes, so it seems like there were quite a few of you that wanted this. I hope I don't let you guys down. Thank you so much, Luna, for your comment, as well as everybody else in the comment section that was vouching for a retirement home in San Sequoia. As usual, please leave your suggestions down below as to which world we should tackle next with the For Rent expansion pack and what kind of multi-unit rental lot we should build. And if you're new here or you want to catch up on all the episodes in this series so far, I'll link the playlist for the entire series in the description box. Well, let's do this. Let's get started on our retirement home. So my vision here was to make some sort of L-shaped low-rise apartment complex, and the reason why I wanted it to be an L shape was so there could be a massive courtyard in the middle with like a community garden and some activities. And I think it also would be nice if we had some townhouses on the edges here that faced the sidewalk. You probably guessed it already, but I want this to be an extremely bougie and luxurious retirement home. I want this to have all of the amenities you could ask for, a pool to do some water aerobics, maybe a yoga and meditation studio as well. Not to mention a full-blown cafeteria, maybe a movie theater, maybe a spa where you can get a massage. And I just realized that I have no idea how much retirement homes cost. I mean, figures, it's not really relevant to me right now. But if I want to one day live in one that's as nice as this one's gonna be, I need to start saving now. So it's probably a good time to tell you about today's sponsor, HelloFresh. In case you guys didn't know, I've actually been a user of HelloFresh for years now, so if you've ever been unsure about whether or not you should try it, just know that I've spent my personal money on it and I think it's fantastic. Whether you want to save money, eat better, or stress less about meal planning, HelloFresh is here to help with all of those things. Just choose your recipes and select a delivery date, then HelloFresh handles all of the grocery shopping, and all you have to do is open your box of pre-portioned ingredients and cook them. By the way, you can skip weeks for free whenever you want to, so if you're gonna be away or you have a lot of friend dinners lined up for the week, you don't have to receive a box every single week. It's super flexible. Their dinner menu now is absolutely huge. I swear they just keep giving us more and more options every year. There are now 45 plus dinner options, including calorie smart and protein smart recipes, as well as 15-minute quick meals, which are my personal fave. But the best part is HelloFresh is now offering you guys free breakfast for life. Yes, that's right. This is not a drill. Click the link in my description or use code DocAshFree to get one free breakfast item per box for life while your subscription is active. Everything tastes better when it's free, so let me know how the breakfast is. Okay, these right here are going to be our balconies, so you can kind of see the shells of 3 different townhomes coming together. And then this corner piece here is going to be our like entrance slash lobby area. I initially thought maybe just 2 floors would be fine, but I think it needs a 3rd story. Let's try something like this for now. As you can see, I made little indents in between each unit just so there's some definition in between the homes so it's not like completely flat. Let's go in with some modern half-wall trim from the Get Famous expansion pack. This one is one of my favorites. For the roof, let's start with this trim from the High School Years expansion pack and also use a regular hipped roof on this corner piece. Okay, this is how I've done the roofing for now. I just grabbed my half-wall tool and created a rectangle on the top here. And then I also created this like taller tower piece here just to create some more height variability. Let's go in with doors and windows. These doors from the Growing Together pack fit beautifully for our townhouse entrances here. And these black ones would be so cute for our lobby entrance. Let's try and use the matching windows as well. Let's use these large black ones from the For Rent pack on this side. I wonder if it would be cute if we put one of these awnings on top of the windows here, or if that looks a little out of place. I'm undecided, but we'll keep it for now. For these front balconies, I'm using these French doors from the Get to Work pack. And this is where we're at for the window situation on this complex. It's starting to look really modern and chic. I think I'm okay with the general shape. Now I just need to choose the wallpaper. And this is what's gonna set the overall tone of the building, so I'm kind of nervous. For these bump out sections, let's use this beigey stone from High School Years. And then for the base layer, I'm leaning towards this like faded white brick from Cottage Living. It still looks like a really crisp white, but it does have that glimmer of texture, which I love. I wonder how it would look if we incorporated some of this browny red brick as well. I honestly think I like the darker brick better. The white just looks a little bit plain, so I'm gonna play around with the colors a bit. Okay, I think I'm happy with this color scheme. So the main issue I was having was it was just looking way too monochromatic, but then I decided to add some color onto this side and instantly it just came alive. Especially since it's a retirement home, I really didn't want it to look lifeless. And then I was looking at the other homes in the area and they just had so much vibrant color going on, so I thought I should match the environment and go with some color here too. And as a little bonus, the flowers for each unit match the door, which I think is so cute. So I am starting to really love this shell. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit worried there for a second. And I do want to continue adding some more color, perhaps even adding a rooftop garden up here with tons of colorful plants. I do want to add a sign to our front entrance. Just any of these get to work signs will probably do. This one seems good and I'll place it here on our half wall. Let's also add this base game sign right here on the front. I imagine this one has a little bit more information. And then we can add our large multi-unit mailbox by the front door here. Would it be kind of weird if we put some of these city living billboards on the top section here? It might actually be a cute way to like add a pop of color. I don't know, it's kind of cool. You guys can decide if you want to keep those there or not, but let's move on to the back side and add some of the amenities. The most important thing I want to add is a pool. And you can't have a pool without a hot tub, so let's grab one of those as well. Maybe we can do a little like wraparound hot tub moment. Don't forget the pool ladders. We don't want any pool ladder accidents at the retirement home. And also a few of these floaties. Let's line this side with tons of lounger chairs and these base game umbrella tables. This brown chevron is kind of cute. And I've decided I'm actually going to split these townhouses into multiple units. So basically whoever lives on these bottom floor units will only have the bottom floor. It'll kind of be like a hotel room. However, if you live on the second floor units, you will have a 2-story unit. I think these units will be good for the elders that are a little bit more mobile. They can go up and down stairs easily. Maybe they still want to cook all of their own meals. Whereas these ground floor units are for the elders that want to stay ground level. They don't want to walk upstairs. They want to just eat at the cafeteria here. So these different units can appeal to a variety of Sims who are in different stages of retirement, and also it allows me to fit more units into the space so it feels like a bustling community. Now to make the doors for these second floor units, I still want to stay true to the color scheme, so I'm going to use this door from the Strangerville pack because it happens to come in the exact same colors that we used, yellow, pink, and the blue here. Then for windows, we'll just keep it consistent with these large ones from the For Rent pack. Maybe we can cut out some balconies here as well. So here's what the backside looks like. I tried to mimic the vibes of the front as best I could and bring in those blue, pink, and yellow flowers, which I think really make this build. But let's keep going with some of these amenities. I do want to add a nice seating area out here, maybe a relaxing fire pit, you know, just all of the essentials. We need to add this barbecue out here. I mean, they're gonna be having like outdoor picnic parties every day, right? Isn't that what retired life is all about? Just having barbecues all day, every day? We have our barbecue and our bar as well. Now I want to add some bistro tables out here by the doors. Just these cute ones from the Get Together pack are always my fave. And then I also love the chairs that it comes with. That's pretty much all we have room for in the courtyard back here. As of right now, this looks so swanky and cool. I'm super happy with how it's turning out. I am realizing that a lot of you might be a little bit caught off guard or disappointed because this isn't what your usual typical retirement home looks like. Even the fact that we're building it in like the downtown area of San Sequoia probably isn't the vibe you were thinking of. But in my head, I was kind of thinking of like the modern couple who lived out their life in the busy city of San Myshuno. They've always been used to the action and the noise of the downtown core. So when they retire, they're gonna want something a little less noisy than San Myshuno, but not so sleepy like Oasis Springs. So I thought that San Sequoia would be perfect for that type of couple. They can still walk out to the cafes and do like their seawall walks, but it's still much quieter than the city. But who knows, maybe that's just my youth talking and I just can't fathom not living in like a busy, noisy city. But then when it's time for me to retire in like 50 years, I'm gonna be like, get me out of here, get me to some peace and quiet. Maybe if you're not down for this to be a retirement home too, you can also just use this as like a boutique hotel or even like some nice townhouses. I'm grabbing this trellis from the Island Living pack and sizing it down once to create a kind of covered walkway over to our community garden. So here's our rooftop community garden all done. I just placed 5 of these base game planter boxes, as well as some of these bonsai tree decorating skill building items. I just wanted to include as many skill building activities as possible in this build, so I also included one of these telescopes. And then on this side, I just put down some patches of grass so they can do some outdoor rooftop yoga. This particular mat is the instructor's mat, so the instructor will guide you through the different poses. So if you want to join in on the class, your sim will lay down a mat here and follow along. This is by far my favorite feature in the entire building so far. Like, having a pool is definitely nice, but I think having a rooftop balcony with yoga is like next level, don't you think? Okay, time to work on the inside, and we actually have quite a few floors to work with. We have our 3 single-story ground level units here with ensuite bathrooms. Over here is going to be our lobby and cafeteria area. On our second floor here, we have our 3 2-story units for those sims that are a little bit more mobile, as well as 2 activity spaces here. Basically, I want to put as many activities as possible in this build because I want to make sure that every elder, no matter their skills or interests, has something to enjoy here. Moving up to the 3rd floor, here is the bedroom and bathroom area for these 3 units, as well as 2 more activity spaces. And then there's also a staircase here with access to our rooftop area. So I think it's going to be a really cool place to live, so let me know what you guys think of it down below, and let's get started on our interior. Okay, so full transparency, I already did the bathrooms for all of the units already. I just used a bunch of items from the Growing Together pack, as well as tiles from the For Rent expansion pack. That's right, you guys, I am still fully obsessed with the tiles from the For Rent expansion pack, so that obsession has not died down at all. So I gave each unit a different color scheme bathroom just so it's more fun, and what I really want to focus on are the communal spaces and amenities in this building. So here's what I've done off camera. I hope you guys like it, and we will come back to furnish the rest of these units later. I'm gonna start out with our lobby area, and I'm just gonna put like a fake check-in desk slash reception. I'm gonna do something similar to the Hotel Vlad build and use island counters for this. Let's put a computer here so they can check in, and then pair it with a bar stool. And of course, I know we need one with maximum comfort, so let's use this one from the Get Famous pack because it has a nice comfy back. Whenever it comes to like officey administration decor, the Get to Work pack is a gold mine. Let's put this filing cabinet in the corner here. I imagine all of their like guest records are stored here, and also a few of these stand-up file containers as well. This item right here is called Look at Me, I'm Important folders, so I think these would be perfect, right? Oh, I also love the idea of these magazine racks. I imagine they would have all of the information pamphlets for the features and amenities of this retirement home, as well as excursions and activities that the residents can read up on and maybe sign up for. I also feel like I should include a bunch of these security cameras all over the premises. They want to make sure they can keep an eye on everyone and like make sure they're okay. For light fixture, I'm swapping out for this pendant from the Growing Together pack. I like the gold accents. And then last but not least, let's make sure to include the building's logo in the lobby here. And here's our reception area all done. I like how the computer area is actually functional, so the residents can come use it since there is no such thing as a functional receptionist. So it's kind of like a dual purpose area. Now let's move into our cafeteria and activity area. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to keep this completely open or not, but what I do know is I want to include the cafeteria station. I think I'm going to use this one from Discovery University and put it in the corner here and then surround it with a bunch of tables. Okay, so when you're retired, are you like wanting to sit at a big table with everybody, or are you just like done with other people and you'd rather sit alone? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if I should put like big tables or small tables, you know? My inner introvert is telling me that if I lived here when I was retired, I would be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna eat in my room by myself, thanks. Like, why am I so antisocial? I need to fix that. Maybe I'll do a couple of round tables. I like this one from the Horse Ranch pack. We can put a table in the corner here for the antisocial people like me, and then just scatter a bunch in the main area. Chairs will be kind of tricky because we definitely want to maximize comfort, so we're looking for cushion, backrest, probably armrests as well. And why am I now just realizing that every single dining chair in The Sims is so uncomfortable looking? Like, what? Think of the elderly people and their bums. Okay, Tiny Living appears to have a pretty thick cushion on it. However, Dream Home Decorator does have like a fabric backing, and also the item is called No Nonsense Butt Hugger Chair. So we gotta give it some points for that, right? Like, that's gotta count for something. Okay, I kind of use the Dream Home Decorator ones all the time, so just to change it up a bit, let's go with the tiny living ones. Okay, I have some tables that only have 3 chairs and some that have 6, so the shy people don't have to sit with a ton of people if they don't want to. On this side, I think it would be nice to include a snack bar or coffee bar. We'll put a microwave in the corner and maybe this intense like espresso machine. They are retired after all, okay? They deserve the best appliances. And let's also go with this sleek electric kettle in case they want tea instead. Now I'm gonna line up a bunch of these mugs from the Everyday Clutter Kit so they can come and just easily grab a mug and start making their morning coffee. Yay, okay, I really like how this coffee bar area looks. Now I'm just gonna add maybe like a small seating area here by the door and then we'll be done with the first floor. I'm trying really hard to make sure that all of the seating and everything here is like very comfortable for the elderly Sims. Like usually my only focus is aesthetic, but in this case, like I'm making sure they have a thick enough cushion for their elderly bums, okay? No one is allowed to say I am not thoughtful. I'm gonna try this tiny living couch with the matching tiny living armchairs. I'm thinking this could also maybe add a small pop of color, but I'm not so sure yet. I'm sorry, I changed my mind. I went back with the neutrals. I'm just not feeling the color today. Some days I have good days where I'm feeling a little bit more adventurous, but sometimes I just revert back to my comfort zone of being like a neutrals only girly. But here's our first floor lobby, cafeteria, and seating area all done. I love the modern and contemporary vibe, but we still have some fun color going on with the floors. But let me know what you guys think of this space down below, and let's move upstairs. I think I want to make this like the relaxation floor. And what I mean by that is use all of these items from the Spa Day game pack. Places where you can get a massage and also areas where you can do some meditation. I think that'd be great for people who are retired. Also, if we can fit a sauna somewhere, that'd be so cool. It might be a little difficult, but I'll try and make it work. And then let's also try and include some of these massage chairs where you can get your nails done as well. For the sauna, we kind of have 2 options. We could technically try and fit it in this room here, but then we do kind of sacrifice this entire strip of the room, so it might make more sense to include it in this larger room and section it off a bit. Let's sort by the Spa Day game pack and then grab one of these doors. And in this corner here, we can cover it with some of this bamboo decoration. Put this console table down and then fill it with some of these Spa Day products. We have lotions and essential oils, one of these diffusers as well, and also these pretty candles. For the massage beds, I think it might actually be nice to put them out here on the balcony. Like, who wouldn't want to have a nice outdoor massage? We can put the massage chair right here near the stairs, and that means that this room right here will be our meditation room. This probably does make the most sense since you do want like privacy and peace and quiet while you're meditating. I think it would be kind of unsettling to be like meditating with your eyes closed in like a large open room. Like, you never know if someone's just gonna come up and... So this to me, it feels very safe. I'm just gonna line the walls with some of these decorations and maybe add some more bamboo. In addition to the room being quiet, it also needs to feel kind of private, like no one's looking in on you from the outside while you're meditating and being vulnerable. Okay, instead of letting the bamboo decoration just sit on the floor off of the wall, I've actually nudged it into the wall like so. It makes it look more integrated into the window, and from the outside, it doesn't look half bad. And this bamboo trick also helped with the sauna room to cover the windows and make it look darker. And for the final finishing touches, I'm just gonna go around the room with some more clutter from the Spa Day pack, whatever I can fit, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just added a few more clutter pieces, some nail care items, and this little beverage station. I also put the building name sign here on the blank wall. I thought that was kind of cute. And here's our spa floor all done. I'm actually really happy with this floor. And I also think that adding a spa floor to this complex is kind of making it feel a little bit more like a retirement home and less like an apartment. Because let's be honest, a lot of apartments could have a pool and a hot tub, but not a lot of apartments, no matter how bougie, would have a full-on spa floor. Am I right? But please let me know what you guys think of this spa floor in the comments down below, and let's move on to our 3rd floor amenity room. Okay, so the floor plan up here is slightly smaller, and we do have a handful of activities that we haven't included yet. And I think when it comes to the retired folks, we definitely have to include a chess table. Knitting and cross-stitching is also essential. This is from the Nifty Knitting Kit, and this one is from Cottage Living. Okay, hear me out. When it comes to the active section, I'm actually gonna hold off because I don't want any of your elder Sims to like die from overexerting themselves on the treadmill. So mark my words, I will not allow any of your elder Sims to die on my watch, okay? Instead, let's do something more gentle, like include an easel so they can do some painting. I also want to include a guitar and some other musical instruments. Oh my gosh, how badly do I want to include a karaoke machine? I feel like this is somehow essential, like karaoke nights in the retirement home. Tell me that doesn't sound like absolutely lit. So first off, for the chest, I think I'm gonna put it outside because outdoor chest just seems like a vibe. You really need some fresh air to get the brain juices flowing, don't you think? We'll put 2 chest tables here like so. Now we do have another balcony on this side, which I think would be perfect for painting. Honestly, I am ready to retire. Like, please sign me up for this. And then we'll put a couple of these paint cans on the floor. These ones are from the City Living expansion pack. And then maybe if we have room over here, also some of these canvases. And this tarp from City Living with like paint splatters all over it would be perfect. I think I need to find a way to like partially cover this area so it's not completely exposed. What if we just grabbed this half-gabled roof piece like so and then brought in all of the eaves so it doesn't stick out whatsoever, bring it down to the flattest slope possible, and then we'll grab the glass swatch like this so you still get all of that natural sunlight. And then instead of using columns to hold it up, I'm gonna use these support pieces. This one is from the Growing Together pack. Just one on the corner like that, and then I'll do the same thing on this side. And here's our oceanfront outdoor art studio, all done. It's rainproof, check. We have structural integrity, check. It's completely functional, check. The vibes are good, check. We are checking all of the boxes here. This is great, let's keep going. This closed off room should definitely be our music room, and I'm gonna use this stand-up piano from the Growing Together pack. Let's line up a couple of guitars on this side as well, and then some violins on the other wall. Because it's a music room, let's make sure to put down some of this beige soundproofing wall from the Get Famous pack. And for the floor, just this green carpeting from the Dino pack. Now let's decorate the walls with various music-related works of art. And here is our simple music room, all done. So I really hope your retired Sims appreciate this, and let's move on to the knitting room. For the knitting and cross-stitch room, I've just sorted by the nifty knitting stuff pack, and I'm gonna try and include some of these items here. Like maybe we can fit this crafts table against the railing here. Now I wanna take a bunch of these hanging plants and place them all over the room. Okay, I think the plants really brought this room to life. Now for overhead light, I'm gonna go in with these lanterns from the For Rent pack. I think it kind of blends in nicely with all of the hanging plants. And here's our knitting and cross-stitch amenity room, all done. Not gonna lie, I've never made a room dedicated to knitting, nor have I done much knitting for myself in real life. So please let me know down below if I'm missing anything. But those are the amenity rooms all done, and now let's get to working on the bedrooms. For these bottom level units, the layouts are pretty much all the same, so they're all gonna look pretty similar, much like hotels, except I might just give them each a different color scheme. I wonder if I can somehow pull off giving them a fireplace right here at the end of the bed. I just think that it would be nice to make sure that these rooms look as homey as possible, and what's more homey than a fireplace? Let's put a fluffy rug on the floor, and this time I'm using this one from the Book Nook kit. I seriously need to make an effort to put the rug far away from the fireplace so there is absolutely no fire risk. Like I said, none of your Sims are dying on my watch, okay? Let's grab these curtains from the Modern Luxe kit to cover the window here, and then put these sleek Dream Home Decorator end tables on either side of the bed. For end table lamp, I've been obsessed with this one from the Book Nook kit. I don't know, it just like looks so modern and interesting. And then for some room separation, I'm thinking of grabbing this room divider from the Spa Day pack, sizing it down once, and putting it here to kind of look like sliding doors. If you layer 2 of them on top of each other like so, and then also put a spandrel across the top here, now you have these custom sliding doors without actually having to close off this room. In this little sliver, I really don't have any other option except to put a washer dryer. It's the only thing that really makes sense. And then in this tiny sliver on the other side, we'll have just enough room to include a little wardrobe and perhaps a mirror. I did say that I wasn't going to include full kitchens in these downstairs units, but if we can make it work, I mean, I might as well try, I guess. Let's go with this Jungle Adventure kitchen and this Growing Together hood fan. And I'm not willing to sacrifice having a dedicated living room area, so we are going to mount this TV on this wall over the kitchen so we can still have a dedicated seating area. I'm actually so glad that we got this picture frame TV, because if I had to put a real TV there, this whole concept would look super weird. Okay, I just flipped the orientation of the kitchen as well as the sliding doors here. That leaves me with a little bit more room here to add a coffee table, and I'm just gonna go in with this one from Tiny Living and perhaps size one of them down here to make nesting tables. Here I just added some clutter to the coffee table. This is from the Book Nook kit, as well as these floating shelves from the Book Nook kit with a picture frame. Maybe these are like their family photos, and this purse and some of their essentials they need near the door. And this is gonna be our first basic unit all done. This turned out much more functional than I anticipated. I was planning on making this just like an elevated hotel room of sorts, but there's like room separation, there's a full kitchen, we have a living room, in-suite laundry. But I'd be interested to know genuinely if you guys can picture yourself living in this room or not, like in your retirement. And let's go do this same thing for the other 2 downstairs units. Here's what this unit looks like. I just went for a darker color scheme of browns, blacks, and dark blues. And here's how this unit turned out. I just went for more browns, yellows, and olive greens. And then for the room divider, I used the Moschino room dividers instead of the Spa Day ones. Moving on to the second floor units, first things first, let's do the kitchen, and I'm thinking of using the Home Chef Hustle pack here. It actually might make more sense to put the TV in this nook over here and then put our kitchen on this side. Here's the Home Chef Hustle kitchen set in the black swatch. You guys, this stuff pack is literally amazing. Look at how beautiful this kitchen looks. Even the fact that it's only 4 tiles wide, but it has everything you need and it looks so sleek and modern. Seriously, they did a really good job with this one. I can't help but always gravitate towards the Home Chef Hustle kitchen. Now I'm just cluttering up the shelves with some of the items from this pack. We will have space to put a small dining section just right here, and I'm gonna grab this table from City Living, and let's pair it with my favorite dining chairs from Dream Home Decorator. I know I held off on using these ones in the cafeteria, so I think I should be able to use them in the units here. Here is our kitchen and dining area all done. Now we'll flip over to this side, and we have quite a generous space to put a TV and living room. Let's go in with a fireplace just like the downstairs units, and of course use our beloved frame TV. I feel like the modern luxe kit is worth it just to get the frame TV, even if you don't like any of the other furniture that comes with the kit, which is probably kind of hard because the rest of the furniture is quite good. $5 for this TV and you'll probably use it in like over 50% of your builds for the rest of your life is a steal. It's kind of like the fluffy rug from City Living. Like, is it worth it to pay $50 for the City Living expansion pack just to get the fluffy rug? The answer is yes. I've probably used this rug like over 500 times in my lifetime. Like, I've definitely gotten my money's worth. But I would like to know, what is your guys's like holy grail object? What is the object you literally cannot live without and you would like pay $50 for? On this wall, I'm just making a modular bookshelf with the Book Nook kit. I love how the pieces just snap together so easily. And then we'll also use some of this kit clutter on the coffee table here. I'll finish off this room with this basket of blankets underneath the stairs here. I also did put the washer and dryer in the corner here. And that's pretty much it for our open concept living, dining, and kitchen on our first floor. This looks so luxurious and cozy. I am so happy with how this turned out. Like, I don't know about you, but I don't want to wait until retirement. I want to live in this right now. But now I'm just gonna zhuzh up this entrance a little bit and then I'll be back to do the upstairs. Here's what the upstairs looks like. I wanted to take advantage of the high ceiling, so I used this industrial loft kit canopy bed, and we can't really fit too much on these second floors besides our basic bed and a dresser. And here's how the second upstairs unit turned out. I went for a lighter color scheme and used some items from the Dream Home Decorator pack like this sectional couch, and I also really love this gold zebra rug from the Get Famous pack. I think it adds a touch of personality. As for the upstairs, I just wanted to continue this light and bright color scheme, and for this unit, we were able to add a small desk area. For our final second floor unit, I was really inspired by the gold and blue color scheme in the kitchen and decided to reflect it throughout the entire living room area. And because this kitchen includes an island, I didn't include a dining area, so overall it feels a little bit more spacious. And for the upstairs, I wanted to use this blue and yellow rug to complement the downstairs color scheme, and we just have our basic bed and dresser up here. And that's gonna be it for our San Sequoia urban luxury retirement home. It's totally not your traditional retirement home by any means, but I think I put a cool like urban modern twist on it. It has all of the amenities that I think a retired sim would want, and you'd have a pretty good quality of life living here, so I think that's all that matters, right? Let me know if you guys want me to do another retirement home in a different world, and if you want it to be more traditional, please let me know down below what specific like traits or characteristics or activities or like aesthetic would fit the traditional vibe, so I know approximately what direction you want me to go in. As always, I'm going to continue with this series so long as you guys are still enjoying it, so please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and you want to see more episodes like this. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I can't wait to see you guys next week, and as usual, I hope you guys all have a very, very, very above average day. Love you!